All right, there, Anthony. That should help you out a little bit. Back to the program now. Glad you're here for the conversation as we continue to dive deeply into the conversations that matter the most to you. Now, human trafficking. Believe it or not, Michigan is one of the worst places in America, always has been, for human trafficking. That's why this story is incredibly important to me. Britnie Turner is the co-founder and CEO of Aerial Recovery. It's a U.S. nonprofit organization mobilizing military veterans. U.S. veteran groups aid Peruvian bust of an international human trafficking ring. That's the headline. U.S. veterans aiding in the bust of an international human trafficking ring in Peru. Britnie, nice to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations. And I realize, you celebrate this a little bit, but it's just one. And who knows how many more are out there, but you have to take a moment and say, look, we got some good work done here, right?
We're getting good work done weekly. So that was one. But the week before, we just rescued a 16-year-old and a 4-year-old. The 16-year-old has been missing for a year, and our undercover operations team was able to locate her. So what we've done is we've solved two really interesting complex issues with aerial recovery. We repurpose veterans, first responders, and law enforcement that have left the force and are now looking for purpose. And we have been solving these problems globally, but now that we've plugged this people group into solving this problem, the answers are here. And so in the less than 4 years, we've rescued over 8,400 people from emergency disasters where they would have otherwise many times died, or anti human trafficking. And it's been incredible to see the results of this people group that many times aren't redeployed, utilizing these skills now as a force for good, saving lives and stopping evil.
Saving lives and stopping evil. I mean, I cannot possibly applaud what the efforts are here enough. But there's so much work. This is constant. It never ends. It's not, and with the way we are interconnected with these things anymore, right? The
Right.
smartphones, the dark web, the shadowy figures that are out there, the dangers to your kids, your grandkids, to the kids down the street. Britney, it never ends, does it?
It doesn't. It's a $150 billion a year issue where that is what evil is making off of trafficking. And we've found children as inexpensive as $7 for 24 hours. That's what they were being sold
Oh
for.
my God, that's just horrid. I mean, it's nauseating. Go on.
It is. I mean, there's last week we got a case that there's an OnlyFans for essentially an OnlyFans, but for infants out there. Again, it's not under the brand of OnlyFans, but it's
Infants.
the same concept, and they age out at 3 years old. These pedophiles are sharing their experiences, sharing where you can go, um, do horrible things, including torture, filming, all the way until these children die in the experience that these people are enjoying and bragging about. And it's enraging to us. This is something I've been passionate about since I was 12 years old, and it started to be able to get solved when I married my husband, who is a Green Beret. He was in the military for 20 years, 10 of those as a Green Beret. And when he retired and got out of the forces, when we were able to start plugging him and his friends into this gap. But even more interesting, we saw the capabilities of this people group, but we also realized they needed their own healing in order to be an unstoppable force for good. So we've created a program where people get out of the military and or law enforcement, first responder community. They go through our 1 year healing program. They elevate themselves to a place that their trauma won't actually be a distraction in the field, and then they go do these really difficult missions, some of the most difficult missions in the world, but in the humanitarian space.
Yeah. So where do we go from here? And how can people help the effort of what you're doing, Brittany?
Thank you. They can go to aerialrecovery.org, and if it's veteran suicide that you're passionate about preventing, we would love your sponsorship there. We'd love you to nominate a veteran in need. That's also on our website. And if you're interested in funding one of these missions, we have an international cross border collaboration, as we've had countries request that we be their right hand anti trafficking group for the whole nation in several countries in Latin America. And the interesting thing is, the borders were wide open in America, and pedophiles at one point before the borders were wide open were traveling to go do these horrible things to children. And then when the borders were open, children were hand delivered to them. And now there are 300,000 missing children in the US that we are hoping to very much get involved with helping find. But right now, we're actually preventing continued trafficking and preventing these sex trafficking rings from continuing by doing the work that we're doing in the countries that we're operating in, that we've been requested to come into.
Yeah, 300,000 missing kids. Thank you to the open borders of the previous administration. Again, real quickly, Britnie, where can people find out more about what you're doing and help out if possible?
Aerialrecovery.org. And we would love and appreciate your support very much.
There you have it, aerialrecovery.org. Again, Britnie, you're doing God's work, and I appreciate it. You come back anytime.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Steve.
Really appreciate it. Aerialrecovery.org. You can help solve this grotesque problem. Infants. Really, infants? They age out at 3? I don't condone the death penalty. Anybody that listens to this program knows that. It's one of the things that I don't, line up with people on the right with. But I must say that there could be exceptions. Violating and torturing infants would be one of those exceptions. All right, take a deep breath. I feel a little nauseous. Aerialrecovery.org, aerialrecovery.org. You can help them out, and I suggest you do today. When we come back, Brock Paulbush will be here with sports. Don't go anywhere.